1.
Okay, so we're looking at solving linear equations. Just got to give them a printer. Solving linear equations with one variable. Now, guys, I want you to watch this right through to the end. Don't think, okay, I know I got it. I want to show you a few different options, and you need to know all of them. Okay, so let's go next, please. Come on, what's this thing? All right, so the first thing you'd get is solve x plus 7 equals 11. Now, remember, we want the x's or our pronumerals on the left-hand side of the equal sign. We want all our numbers on the right-hand side, okay? When a number hops over the equal sign, it changes, and it changes to the complete inverse, so the complete opposite. So if you've got a positive 7, as soon as it hops over that equal sign, it becomes negative 7. So here we've got our question. Always start with your question. Please always write out your question. Okay, so you've got positive 7. You want to take that over onto this side so that you've just got the x on its own. So when you pull it over, you take 7 so that those two cross each other out completely, and you put 7 on that side. So take 7 on either side. So what you do to the left, you do to the right. Okay, so therefore, that crosses out the plus 7 and the take 7. You've now just got x, which is what you wanted. And then you go 11 take 7 equals 4. All right, so you wanted to get rid of that 7. You put the opposite of it there, the opposite of it there. Those two cross each other out, and you do your answer. Now, please note, all my equal signs are in a row. That has to look like this, okay? I need you to show your working out as well. Right, you've got b take 3 equals 8 right out the question. So now we know we've got to get our take 3 on this side, and we do that by doing the opposite. So we're going to add 3 on that side and add 3 on this side. By adding 3, we have now completely getting rid of our 3, and we've just got our b, and 8 plus 3 is 11. There we go. b is equal to 11. All right, let's do another one. So now this is one I wanted to show you when we've got a division. So what is happening here? That d is being divided by 3. So the first thing we have to do is we have to do the opposite. What's the opposite of divide? Is times. So we're going to times by 3, because therefore we get rid of it completely. And then we have to times by 3 on this side. So we're just left with our d, and 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, now look at this one. What is happening to the 8 and the c? They're being times together. So what do we have to do? We have to do the opposite. So if that's 8 times c, we're now going to do, we're now going to do 8 divided by c, 8c divided by 8. And what we do to this side, we do to that side. So those 8s get crossed off, and we're just left with c, and then we go 32 divided by 8. And that will give us an answer of 4. The other one I want to show you, which is really important, so I hope you've listened to the end, is when you've got an equation that's got more than one thing. What you're going to do is you're going to say, oh, I'm going to tell myself the story. The story is x divided by 5, add 1. You start with the last part of the story. So the last part of the story was add 1. So that's where we go. So we take our add 1, and we know we've got to make it take 1. There we go. Take 1, take 1. So now we're left with x over 5 is equal to 2, because we said 3 take 1 is 2. Okay. Now we're not finished, are we? We've got x divided by 5. So the opposite of divide by 5 is times by 5. So we times it by 5. We times that side by 5. We get rid of our 5s completely, and x is equal to 10. So things that you've got to remember, you've got to have your equal signs underneath each other. Please make sure you do that. I'm going to make you do it again if they're not underneath each other. And the second thing is, show your working out. It needs to be set out just like this. All right, great. Can't wait to see your work.